Is Nicotra. That's N, like Nancy, Icotra. My designation is attorney at law. I have my own practice in Jersey City. I'm a Hudson County attorney, but I practice throughout the state of New Jersey, and I've even practiced in New York, where I also am licensed.
In the last 1 year, large number of Indian Americans, in particular students and senior citizens, have been arrested, and the senior citizens have become victims of an ongoing scam of digital conspiracies or gold things. How do you see that?
So, how I see how senior citizens, especially, can be a target because they're amongst our most vulnerable in population, and it's senior citizens as a whole. But I would say this has happened to my mother, where she was called and was asked to give money, and she was asked to give her date of birth and some important information. So I would have to say that there's definite ways that you could avoid the scam to make sure that you're well protected, and don't be taken in by people that are charismatic and friendly and chatty with you, that sound empathetic. It's all part of the scam. And if they want something from you and they're calling you, it's always something that you can think about, no matter how urgent they seem to try to convince you that their need from you is. There's always time to say, let me take your number. I will call you back. I have to reach out to my daughter, my son, my friend, my brother, my sister. I don't have any authority anyway at this time to make any kind of decision, but I will take your number. We will circle back with you. And under no circumstances should you ever give any personal information out, including your date of birth, a social security number, a passport number, a driver's license number, anything. Even if they say to you or they come off giving you information that is true, that it does belong to you, because they might have gotten your information, such as a credit card number or the last 4 digits of your bank account number, through the dark web. But they need additional information to get into those accounts. And if you give it to them right there over the phone, you can encounter a lot of trouble. So don't be vigilant, and absolutely be vigilant, and don't give out any of that personal information, and give it some pause and say, I could always call you back. What is the name of your agency, and what is your phone number?
Tell me, when someone calls a senior citizen, how do they know it's a scam call or a genuine call?
Well, it's very difficult to detect whether it is a scam call, but most people in customer service, we're trained to believe that most people in customer service are very amicable, they're accommodating, they want to help you, they're very charming. So we're used to that. We're used to being recognizing that type of person. But when that person is running a scam, they're using those very same characteristics to in order to get information from you. And so it's very important. Just don't give that information out. You don't have to help somebody out. You don't have to answer their call of urgency. They can make it very urgent to you that something bad will happen to you if you don't act right this second. That's one thing that you could recognize. If it's that urgent, you never need to act right this second, unless you're sitting in a hospital and have to give authorization for a surgery or something like that. That's emergent. but anything calling for your personal information, threatening an arrest, threatening something bad's going to happen to you, it's never that urgent, ever, under any circumstance. There's always time to pause and to take um, take a moment and say, gee, let me get your number and your name. I'll circle right back with you.
Mr. Anil have launched a new non-profit body, Help Before Scam, to raise awareness among students and senior citizens. Can you tell us about that? How is this going to be helpful to the community?
It will be very helpful because they will use their voice, their platform, in order to spread awareness and spread the messaging, and to remind. It serves as a reminder, and it's a reminder to us all. There is no stigma. Everybody is subject to a scam. The smartest, wisest people in the world can be subject to a scam and be fooled. Everybody gets fooled. It happens to us. It's part of the human, the human journey. It does happen. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. So it's always helpful to share and participate in that awareness, that message that's being sent when someone's trying to share their platform and give you a very important public service announcement as to how to protect yourself. They're not asking for your personal information. They're just asking to share the information with you as to how to protect yourself. And they would never ask for your personal information. So this is very helpful. And one by one, if everybody or one person stops, the more impact that it has, the more people that give pause to it, the more people that are mindful of all the different scams and ways that they can be taken advantage of. The more awareness is built, and that is where the fight is. That is where the victory is.
Do you think creating this kind of awareness is going to helpful in fighting this battle?
Absolutely. Knowledge is power. That is the old saying, right? The old adage, knowledge is power. So this is knowledge. That's all it is. Just sharing knowledge so that you have power and you can take power and control over your own life. That's all we want. Even as we're aging, we always want to be able to have our own autonomy in decision making. So don't let anybody trick you out of that and take that power away from you, because essentially that's what they're doing when they take advantage of you and try to charm you right out of your personal information or into some sort of scam. They're taking away your autonomy and your valuable resources that you need for yourself. So spreading the awareness is very important, because it keeps that power and autonomy and agency. It helps you maintain your agency. And that's what we all want as human beings, is our own agency to make our decisions and to live happily and peacefully.
And tell me, who is responsible for these scams? Who are the people behind this?
We don't know who they are, right? You always think that there's going to be someone that's very ugly and dark and scary, and a monster somewhere in a dark room with fire and all sorts of nefarious things going on. But many times that's not it. Strangers come in many shapes, sizes, forms, colors, and they reveal themselves in many different ways, in many different formats. So just remember, they have agents, and many times the agents don't realize that they're scamming as well. So they'll hire people to do work for them, and they don't realize that they're working in and participating in a great criminal enterprise. That's what it is a great criminal enterprise. And they could sound the sweetest, they could be the most charming, they could look the most innocent, and they might even remind you of somebody that's in your own family or circle of friends. and that is part of the scam. So just that's what I would say is never ever give up your agency by giving up your personal information.
One last question I'd like to ask about the students, the youth community, how they can prevent themselves from being trapped in this scam.
Well, how students can prevent themselves, and that's a very unique situation because students are generally younger and they have these great, wide, beautiful dreams, vast dreams of hope and possibility, and the world is theirs. And they answer a call or they answer an ad, and they get routed to what looks like a very beautiful website, perhaps. And they get lured in, and they're lured in many different ways. Maybe it's an offer that just seems a little too good to be true, not so extraordinarily that it would deter them from inquiring further, but something that's even just a little too good to be true. And I would say if you're in another country and you're in your early 20s and you're being offered jobs that promise pay of $12,000 a month, $12,000 a month, do the conversion and figure out what that is, and recognize, do the research, and you'll see that there's many Americans, many people within that country that don't earn that income. And the question is, why would you be offered that income if you don't have the qualifications or the background or the standing? I mean, that would be a little too good to be true. You should always think about that, especially when you're traveling to foreign lands, and America included. You have to be very careful and think about that, and recognize it's healthy. It's okay to want all these big dreams and big possibilities, but you have to really take a step back and think about all that is involved. And if it looks too good to be true, it definitely is too good to be true.
Tell me, in the last 1 year, when we have covered so many stories, 60 plus of these scams, people being arrested, students, people being victim of it, the FBI, the law enforcement agencies are busy bringing the culprits, right? But have they gone behind the scene, arresting or exposing this racket or the scheme where those were the conspirators behind it? Have they been able to do that?
Yeah, I think the philosophy needs to be worked on a little bit and developed, maybe flexed, and worked out, because when people are so-called brought to justice, that is, arrests made, what the arrests are, or for people participating in the certain scam or the certain criminal enterprise. It's a criminal enterprise. Let's call it what it is. It's beyond, it's a scam, yes, but it's a criminal enterprise as well. And they're participating knowingly or unknowingly. But they may not know exactly who they're working for. They might not even know the individual. They might not have met the individual. And the proverbial buck stops there. It doesn't go behind that. So it allows these enterprises to thrive and to continue to stay alive, because you get rid of this class of people who have been taken to justice, and you usher in the new class. And that's always the way it is through history. Before the internet, people that were running criminal enterprises, let's say, for example, I had experience in juvenile justice, and a lot of juveniles were arrested 30, 40 years ago for stealing cars, and they were working for thugs and criminals that were sending them out. They were under the age of 18, because that when they're caught by the police, well, they're going to go to juvenile justice. They're going to go to juvenile jail, and they get out by the time they're 18. So they take advantage of. They prey upon vulnerable populations, such as the youth that is under the age of 18 in this example. Same with gambling rings, of people that have cognitive impairments or disabilities. They've been taken advantage of, and so it's the drum continues to beat. It's just in a different format from the days before internet and to the days after, where predators can really hide behind the internet, and they could hide behind a lot of programs to never reveal themselves. So to circle back to the response is that justice departments, agencies, policing authorities, they really need to get beyond that to the next person, higher up. And the system really is in need of an overhaul on this level, because you can't just get rid of one class to usher in a new class. It doesn't help that it gets perpetuated and it lives on.
Wonderful. One last question. Should there be helpline for any victims who want to call or want to ask any questions? That's not there.
Yes, 911 is always the best helpline. Is always the best, aside from calling family member and or a friend, a neighbor, somebody you trust. But 911 is always the best. There's many organizations that exist in the form of, like this organization,
Help Before Scam.
The Help Before Scam. They're good. There's all sorts of 1-800 numbers for, and let's say, anti-trafficking. But it's really, I would even suggest maybe even calling Adult Protective Services in your county. That's really important. Is if you could call Adult Protective Services and let them know about the scam and who called you. There's one in every county, Adult Protective Services, but you should call 911. You could call also your bank too. You should check with your bank. You could always speak with your bank. Banks give many public service announcement messages about being scammed as well. So you could always call your bank too and say, I think somebody tried to call me and scam me. Can you check my accounts, make sure that they're okay? And you will get help that way.
Great, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yes, you might have to edit a little bit. Thank you so much.
Full circle moment for a man who came to the U.S. all in hopes of a better life, only to become a victim, though, of human trafficking. Today, well, he officially became a U.S. citizen.
WCPO 9 News reporter Taylor Nimmo was there for the emotional naturalization ceremony.
Once a modern-day slave, Harold D'Souza is now an official U.S. citizen 20 years after he first came to the United States, and he says he's reached the ultimate freedom of his life.
Today, I'm a proud U.S. citizen.
D'Souza first came to the United States in 2003 for a job at a local manufacturing company where he was told he would make $75,000 a year.
What Harold and his family went through was a severe form of labor trafficking, in which they were basically tricked into working a job that was different from the one they were originally told that they would be working.
His trafficker took his documentation and didn't pay him despite working 15-hour days.
We didn't get paid a single penny for 18 months.
It broke him down physically and mentally.
My trafficker used to always snap his finger like this and tell me, hey, illegal, come here. So what happens in a mind, body, and soul? You think you're a criminal.
Despite coming to the United States legally, D'Souza was living in fear. He finally got the courage to go to the police, and now, 20 years later, he's an American citizen.
It's a very emotional day. I have no words to express.
Former FBI agents, law enforcement, caseworkers who helped him throughout his journey were all there Wednesday to celebrate with him.
Harold is that special case who he and his wife both have come full circle, and it's just amazing.
Now, D'Souza's sharing his story to raise awareness of human trafficking.
Today, I turned obstacles into opportunities.
Harold is and has been a key partner of the governor's human trafficking task force. And so they've done things like provide training to key stakeholders who are in a unique position to identify potential victims of labor trafficking.
His message to other victims and survivors:
You should not be scared. There is hope. Be resilient and fight for your freedom.
Taylor Nimmo, WCPO 9 News.
Thank you, everybody. Can we have a round of applause for all the both speakers we saw? Ladies and gentlemen, check. All right, I hope you all can hear me. Ladies and gentlemen, it really gives us an immense pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of HBS. And thank you, everybody, for being over here and taking our time with us, because we all know what's going on and we all know why we are here today. Good afternoon, everybody. A warm welcome to all the respected elders, students, community members, media friends, and distinguished guests present here. On behalf of Help Before Scam, which means HBS team, we are truly honored to have you all for the awareness and prevention program. Your presence today shows the commitment in protecting our community, our families, and our future. HBS stands for Help Before Scam, an initiative created with simple but a powerful goal: to educate, to protect, and prevent scams before lives are affected. Today's program is especially important because scams do not steal the money. They steal the trust. They steal the peace of mind and the family stability. And the easiest targets are the youth, the elderly. So we are all here for them and how we can prevent this ongoing scam. We are very grateful to have our honorable speakers, guests, and volunteers today, our supporters who have come together to make this awareness initiative possible. We are also very thankful to our organizer, Glam Jewelry, Mr. Anil Mangukia. Can we have a round of applause for him, please? We are also very thankful to SD Group, our members, Mr. Senil Lakhani, Mr. Akash Kakaria, Mr. Raj from Great Diamond, Mr. Ansh Jodani, Mr. Chetan Virani, Mr. Harish Jetani, Mr. Ketan from Anjali Diamond, Mr. Meet Sokhaya, Mr. Rashik Mangukia. Can we have a round of applause for all our team members? Ladies and gentlemen, let's first welcome all our dignitaries. Our first guest, we have Mr. Harold D'Souza and Mrs. Dancy D'Souza. Please give them a round of applause for taking out the time from their busy schedule. And I also Mangukia, Mrs. Sonal Mangukia, Mr. Hitesh Ahir, and Mrs. Pratiksha Ahir to come up on stage and please present a bouquet. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Harold D'Souza is the founder of Eye Open International, a man who came from a small Indian town whose journey led him to White House He was also appointed by Mr. Barack Obama to fight human trafficking across the world. Thank you. We also request to Mr. Pradeep Kabaria to please come on stage, the owner of My Adult Daycare Center and the first representative to bring the Gujarati community together. And I also request Mr. Hitesh Ahir to please present a bouquet on behalf of the team HBS. Next, we welcome on behalf of ST members, Saurashtra Diamond Group, Mr. Samir Rupani from the committee. Can we have Mr. Samir Rupani? And I request Mr. Chetan Kakaria to please present a bouquet. Can we please have you on stage, sir? Can we have a round of applause for him, please? Here we have Mr. Chetan Kakaria. And now I request Mr. Chetan Kakaria to please come on the stage as the founder of SD Group. And I request Mr. Nilesh Bodaki to please present a bouquet. Thank you so much, sir. We also request our media supporters to please come on the stage. We have Mr. Manan Raval from Bharat FM. Can we please have a bouquet for him? On behalf of HBS committee, can I request Mr. Ketan Katiria to please come out on stage and present a bouquet? Sir, we can have you on the stage, please. Can we have you on the stage? Can we have you on the stage so everybody can see you? We also request our media supporter, Mr. Lalit Jha from News India Abroad, to please come up on stage. Thank you so much, sir, for being over here. Media is the only medium through which we can present all the prevention scams going on over here and bring it together and also show what's going on and how we are becoming a victim in this community. I also request Mr. Rasik Bangukia to please come up on stage and present a bouquet on behalf of HBS team. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it really gives us an immense pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of HBS. I am your MC Saloni, and I would be handing over this mic to Mr. Anil Mangukia for more information and what's going on with this beautiful program today.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for all being here and taking valuable time out of your busy schedule to support this important initiative, Help Before Scam. Your presence itself shows that you care and truly means a lot. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to a very helpful and great supporter, Mr. Harold D'Souza. This was very first time we spoke on phone when I explained the Help Before Scam initiative to you. You didn't hesitate even for a second. You immediately said yes and stood ready to support this cause. Thank you, Harold D'Souza, sir, for standing up for a good cause and for believing in this initiative. I would also like to sincerely thank to SD Group, Bharat FM, Abroad India, and each and every person sitting here today. Thank you for your encouragement, support, and for being part of this meaningful event. This event is organized to protect our elderly citizens and also students who come to the United States of America with an American dream alongside to the aim to study hard, build a future, and live a respectable life. Let me first speak about our elderly citizens. Many seniors receive scam calls every single day from people pretending to be from trusted organizations such as FBI, IRS, Social Security Administrations, banks, or law enforcement. These scammers speak very confidently and create fear by saying things like, your Social Security is suspended. There is a warrant for your arrest and you must act immediately. Our elderly parents and grandparents get scared out of fear, confusion, and respect for our authority. They trust these calls. Sadly, within minutes, scammers convince them to transfer or hand over their entire life savings, money they earned throughout decades of hard work. After the call ends, the money is gone, and what remains is stress, shame, sleepless nights, and heartbreak. No senior citizen deserves to live their golden years in fear and regrets. Help Before Scam is here to create awareness, to educate seniors that government agencies like FBI or IRS never call and demand money. No real authority asks for payments through gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrencies. It is always okay to hang up, verify, or ask for help. Now, to all students and young adults present here, please listen very carefully. Scammers target you as well. They offer easy money and convince you to participate in fraudulent activities. Remember, scammers walk free, but you get arrested. Your future gets destroyed, and your parents pay the price emotionally and financially. This age, 20 to 25 years, is a golden age. This is time to build your career, not criminal records. Do not let scammers use you for their benefits. Today, let us unite. Let us promise ourselves that we will never support scammers. We will protect and educate elderly citizens. We will help them safeguard their lifetime savings. And we will spread awareness in our families and communities. Once again, thank you, Mr. Harold D'Souza. Truly means a lot. Enjoy your evening, stay warm and stay safe. Thank you.
So before we proceed further, as we all know, shortcuts. Shortcuts are the reason why everybody is falling in this trap. ગુજરાતીમાં એવું બી કહેવાય છે કે ઘણી બધી વાર આપણને શોર્ટકટ મળી જાય તો આપણે આગળ વધવાના અધર ટ્રાયલ્સ જોતા હોઈએ છીએ. જાણે કે ઘણીવાર એવું થાય છે કે $500 માટે બી વિક્ટિમ થઈ જાય છો તમે લોકો અને એવું કહેવાય છે કે તમે ગુનેગાર છો. તો આ આપણે કેવી રીતે સોલ્વ કરીએ? What happens is that they will call you and they will tell you that you will earn $500. And then when you pick up the phone, you tell them, yes, I can take a parcel. You earn $500, but also a jail time. So this is a very good opportunity where we can know more about what's going on, how are the scam told. As he told right now, there will be calls. Everybody right now in this hall might have got one call at least, a scammer's call, telling them you won a lottery of $3,000 or you won $30,000, right? But technically you didn't win anything. It's just a friendly call to put you in trap and take out the money you have or the savings you have and also a little bit of jail time. So please be aware of what's going on, and the only reason why we all are gathered today is to know more about this. And who better can tell us more about this is one and only Mr. D'Souza. Ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely privileged today to have with us our speaker who has dedicated his life to the community services, awareness, and social responsibility. A man from a small town whose journey led him to White House, appointed by Mr. Obama to fight human trafficking across the world. Mr. D'Souza has been a forefront of educating communities about scams, human trafficking, and organized fraud networks. His work has helped open eyes, protect lives, and prevent irreversible losses across the communities. Today, he will be speaking on scam awareness and prevention, highlighting how elderly citizens are emotionally manipulated, how the students are trapped into package pickup and money courier schemes, the serious legal and lifelong consequences involved, and most importantly, how we can both protect our seniors and our youth. Please give it up for Mr. Harold D'Souza.
Jai Shri Krishna. Friends, today it's a day of emotions, feelings, and sentiments. I have no words to express. I just met Sri Pradeep Bhai, and he came in 1978. That is 46 years back. What touch we all have come to US to make a life, and his salary was $2.60 per hour, right? And today he's worth more than $26 billion, and by heart he's worth more than $26 trillion. So thank you very much. I just want to thank all my friends who have come here. I know my one friend, he has come from Costco. He said he got the flyer. So thank you very much, sir, for coming. I appreciate that. I want to thank all the students. They said just got the flyer. It is the first time they're coming. That means a lot to us. God bless you all. I want to thank Manan Rawal from Bharat FM, Lalit Jha from India Abroad, all my friends here. That teamwork makes the dream work. And મારે સ્ટાર્ટ કરવું છે ગુજરાતીમાં. That બધા કે how well Gujaratis are known all over the world. In 1980 or in I know ગુજરાતી એ વેપારી છે જે મારવાડીથી માલ ખરીદે છે ને સિંધીને વેચે છે અને એમાં પણ નફો કમાવે છે. That was in 1980, friends. Today is 2026. આજની તારીખમાં ગુજરાતી એ વેપારી છે જે વિસનગર મહેસાણા જિલ્લામાં ઘરમાં બેસે છે, લેંગા કુર્તામાં, જેના પાસે પાસપોર્ટ નથી, ખાલી એક લેપટોપ છે, ઇન્ટરનેટ છે, અમેરિકાથી માલ ખરીદે છે ને ચાઇનાને વેચે છે અને ઘરે બેઠે બેઠે વિસનગરમાં નફો કમાવે છે. So what I'm trying to share that Gujaratis are so smart, so intelligent. So I was born and raised in Baroda. I just want to give a small synopsis of my personal life, મારી જિંદગીનું. હું ક્યારે નાનો છોકરો હતો, બધા કે અમેરિકા જવા માટે is like going to સ્વર્ગ. And I always tell my American friends, Swarg means heaven. You know, sir, Swarg means paradise. And that is with that growth I grew up. I never ever thought that I will come to the United States of America. When I got the invitation in 2003 to come to the United States of America, I just want to share how I became a victim of human labor trafficking and debt bondage in the United States of America after being graduated, having a very good job in Gujarat and all across India. So I was invited on an H-1B visa as a business development manager on a $75,000 salary per year plus benefits. So I was so super excited, you know. So I came on 4 things to the US. I came on a trust, I came on a faith, I came on a promise, and I came to live my American dream. I landed in February of 2003 in Cincinnati, in Ohio. This happens in your backyard. And the day I landed, my trafficker told me, Harold, are you carrying any cash? And I said, yes, I was carrying $1,000 cash from India. And he tells me, Harold, this is America, this is US. You can't keep any cash with you, it is not safe. So I trusted him. So I gave all my cash, I gave all my documentation. That's the number one mistake I did in my life. That is a red flag, I didn't know. But see, I'm from India. Mine is an arranged marriage. I got married on 4 things: on a trust, on a faith, on a promise, and a commitment. So the traffickers are 10 times ahead of the game. They know how our mind works, how our culture works. People tell me in the US, in America, why did you do this? But friends, understand the psychology, why a person like me also got manipulated, tricked, and trapped. Anyway, I was to work for a manufacturing company. I came legally, I got the visa, everything, but we were made to work in a restaurant. Labor trafficking, America ma 4 jagya thai છે, and debt bondage. Restaurants, gas stations, convenience stores, motels, and various other places like massage parlors, agriculture, etc. But I'll share you my story, how this happened to us. But before I say that, I just want everyone to take 4 things from my journey, or from our journey, is that be happy, think positive, never quit, and believe in yourself. So we were made to work in a restaurant 14 hours to 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days. We didn't get paid. We went through a lot of trauma. What happens in all of this industry of labor trafficking and debt bondage in the United States of America? They provide you accommodation where the car is parked, or maybe within the premises. And there is a mastermind brain behind that you don't have to pay a salary to the victim, because labor is available 24 hours. Number 2, you cannot say it is snowing, I cannot come to work. You have to just walk. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. I just want to give the synopsis how this happens, so you get a fair idea that it's not about me, it's about all the victims who is out there. It's happening in New Jersey, it's happening in California, but we should be alert. So this continues. I'll just give some little examples. Then comes August, the same year, how we got trapped. So when I say that in the 4 things, I just want to go a little back, be happy, you know. So today, I am happily married. I told you it's arranged marriage. I am happily married for, I could not say it in Hindi, but it's for 15,000 578 days. My wife is here, so that is 31 years. I'll be completing 32 years on May 29, 1994. So when we came, I had two boys, two sons. Be dikra tha hamara. So one son was 4 years old, the second son was 7 years old. So my trafficker tells me that you got to take a bank loan. And I said, I don't need a bank loan. But they know I got to build your credit. I was from India. I didn't know what is credit card or what is a credit score. This I'm talking almost 25 years back. So anyway, he takes me to a bank one fine day. My trafficker friends was and is a multi-millionaire. He became rich sucking human beings' blood. He stays in a multi-million-dollar house. He used to drives a very luxurious car of $100,000 at that particular moment. Anyway, takes me to the bank. I'm in the bank manager's cabin. I sign some documents. In 5 minutes, there's a check of 5 figures in the name of Harold D'Souza. He drives me to his house late afternoon, takes me to his bar room, puts a scotch in a short glass and tells me, cheers, let's celebrate, you're a rich man. Before the scotch could reach my stomach, he removes a chit and tells me, you owe me this money. Friends, it was not $10,000. It was not $20,000. It was not $40,000. It was much more. In 1 second, I lost 4 things. I lost my hope. I lost my courage. I lost my voice and I lost my freedom. And before I could realize what hit me, can I pat you, Pradeep bhai? He comes to me and tells me, come on, let's go. You owe me much more. Can you imagine at that moment, it was not a red flag. I didn't know it was a debt bondage. From where the hell I'm going to give $40,000+ when you don't have a penny in your pocket? It makes you very weak. But I always tell, Bhagwan ke ghar der hai, andher nahi hai. Next day, he withdrew all the money from my bank account. So this continues. Understand that when we lived in an existing apartment of 1 bedroom, we didn't have bed, we didn't have any furniture, we didn't have any food to eat. We'd never use a thermostat. We didn't know how to use a thermostat. We are from India. That's why I create a lot of awareness, education, protection in school, colleges, faith-based organizations and communities. We are from Gujarat. I am from Mangalore, Karnataka, my hometown, where there is no running water and electricity when I grew up. So when there is no electricity, there is no refrigerator, right? So having one ice cube was like having ice cream for me. So in December, we saw snow for the first time. I even ate little snow. I was like, wow, such a swargach, and today there is snow, right? So I said, my God. So my 2 sons go to school, Mara Bedikra, and we get a note from the school teacher that both my sons cannot come to school if they do not wear snow jackets. I said, what the hell is a snow jacket? Apne bhai sweater aata hai, Gujarati, we had got the sweaters. But my chef, he bought 2 snow jackets. So they go to school. Next day, we get a note from the school teacher that both my sons cannot come to school if they do not wear snow gloves. Now they had gloves again from India, which is woolen. But these are some red flags. You know, they don't get it. So there are a lot of things that happened. I cannot share that in 6 hours or 24 hours, because when you are in that type of a situation, every second the clock does not move. Every second is equivalent to 1 hour. 1 hour is equivalent to 1 day. 1 day is like 1 month, and 1 month is like 1 year. I can still feel it, friends. And comes after 1 year, like my wife, she totally broke down. How can a man like me, how people break down? I just want to give some examples. My son was 4 years old. He's there in front of me, standing. My trafficker is here. he full-fledged gives him a slap. Like you hit a criminal or you hit a man. Father is in the front, my son is there, and what did I do? He looked at me, he cried. He was in tears. 5 fingers I can still see on his cheeks. And that is how a person, victims break down. Means indirectly, I got to listen to him. So that slap, my son cried for 180 seconds or 3 minutes, but still, till today, it burns in my heart. That slap was on my heart. I always tell, I was interviewed when I was invited at the White House during President Barack Obama's in 2016, and they told me, Harold, tell me something about yourself. And even today, I tell 3 things. The thing that I spoke on that day. I am a common man. I am a failure. And I am a sinner. So comes 1 year, my wife could not see me. Whenever a lady is there, you see her husband and children breaking. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to navigate myself. I didn't know how this country operates. I didn't know the law. So I was totally confused. My mind was not working. When you're working 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. So my wife confronts the trafficker while we're putting the buffet in the morning at 10 o'clock and tells him, why don't you pay us our back wages? Do you know what does he says? He looks into her eyes and tells, you're illegal. You're not supposed to work here. I can call the immigration department right now and get you arrested, handcuffed, jailed, and deported. Can you imagine, friends? They use and throw you. He's the one, the day we landed, my wife was on an H4 dependent visa where she was not supposed to work. And he says, you have 2 small kids. I've got to buy a house for you. So he fixed her salary $2,000 a month on the day when we landed. And he made her work, compelled her to work. And when we started working, he removed all the Mexicans, all the illegal people. In sex trafficking, every girl has a different nickname. But in labor trafficking, in the United States of America, whether you're a boy or a girl, they use only one nickname. My trafficker used to always snap his finger like this and say, hey, illegal, come here. So my nickname was illegal. But understand, friends, when you are called illegal, in your mind, body, and soul, you think you are a criminal. See how they mastermind that, how they operate, how a person like me breaks. Friends, I am graduated from the Maharaja Sayaji Rao University. I did my BCom with marketing management. I did my MCom with marketing management. I did my post-graduation diploma in human resource development. I did my LLB in labor law. Education does not matter. I think Francisca spoke on that. So it can happen to anyone at any time, anywhere. But it's better to be alert. It's better to be aware. And this continues. We were so traumatized that we didn't know what to do. We didn't know how to navigate ourselves. And we have seen where he has called cops and the Mexicans ran away. For any common man to survive in the United States of America, you need 4 things, even if you're an American. Number 1, you need a state ID. Number 2, you need a work permit. Number 3, you need a social security card. And most important, the 4th is freedom. If you don't have these 4 things, you cannot survive. I didn't know what was an SSN. And eventually, somebody told me that, Harold, you got to run away from here. When this happened in the kitchen, when my wife was confronting him, and then she told my trafficker, why don't you pay the $1,000 that Harold gave you? He calls me in the kitchen. He looks into my eyes. What are you talking? What are you saying? You never gave me $1,000. Friends, एक मिनट विचारो कोई तमे विश्वास ऊपर आपे. I know Pradeep was just telling me something. I don't want to share that. He was trying to help somebody. with a big chunk of money. And you know how it hurts. It's not like, you say that, and how are you going to justify? I'm telling lies. But I always say, Bhagwan ke ghar der hai, andher nahi hai. My chef, he heard it. And he told us that because he was in a similar situation in some other state and said, you got to run away. Others, you are dead, your wife is dead, your 2 sons are dead. That is how we went and complained at the police station. We went to the US Department of Labor. Her case went to the Wage and Hour Division. But can you imagine having every proof in black and white? Anybody would see it, but yes, it's wrong. But there were 6 states in the United States of America where there was no law on human trafficking. And Ohio was one of the states. Did my trafficker get prosecuted? No. I won the case with the US Department of Labor. It takes 6 months. That time nobody knew it is a case of human trafficking, labor trafficking, or debt bondage. I myself didn't know. They understood that the case is of back wages. I went through hell. His attorney comes, he spent $100,000 that time only on one attorney, comes and threatens me that on a Friday evening, American guy, a reputed #1 attorney of Cincinnati, and tells, by Monday, if you don't listen to whatever my employer says, I'll get you imprisoned. I'll call the police and put you in jail. And I was so shocked. I was so scared. And he went on like blasting me. I told him, okay, just pay me my back wages. I'll go. He said, what wages? He didn't know anything, I guess. What? $2,000? $5,000? I said, go and ask your client. મેં સાબરમતીનું પાણી પીધેલું છે, વિશ્વામિત્રનું પાણી પીધેલું છે, ને તાપીનું. So I had a pen in my pocket. I showed him. I don't need a gun or a knife to kill your client. I just need a pen. And that is how I went to the Blue House police station. I went everywhere and things started changing. But just think that it is very difficult for an immigrant or for a victim when you don't have to survive. So all these things went through hell. And afterwards, he sold the restaurant. We were on the streets. We were homeless. Why I'm trying to share this is that I failed on 4 P's. I failed as a parent. I failed as a provider. I failed as a protector. And I failed as a person. It is very sad. It's very... अपने नजरों के अंदर गिरना is very painful. It is more painful when you fall in front of your own wife and kids. As a husband or as a man, many people have got wife and kids here, and you're hopeless, you're useless, and we get abused so much. I've heard all the trash words in my life, whether it is dustbin, all the words, because they never ever respect a victim or a survivor. A victim or a survivor is hungry, thirsty, and starving of only 3 things, friends. Understand one thing. That's love, love, and love. If you meet somebody, don't give, nobody wants donation. I don't want donation for Eyes Open International. You don't want your money. What you can do is just give a shake hand, smile, give a big hug. Hey, hello, Harold, how are you? Take the name, because never ever a victim or survivor is given their name. These small things can change somebody's life, and this is a reality. And why I joined hands with Anil, and everyone for here with you in this particular program of this particular scammer of gold. I didn't know ABC. I still trying to comprehend. And I've been working with one of these parents whose son got prosecuted here in New Jersey. And his father, called me in mid-January, just 20 days back. Bolte, D'Souza, I need your help. We have been communicating. મને કીધું સાહેબ મને જરા હેલ્પ કરો, મારે તમારા સંસ્થા સાથે જોડાવાનું છે, આઈઝ ઓપન ઇન્ટરનેશનલ સાથે. બોલતે ઓક્ટોબરમાં મારા છોકરાને 8 વર્ષની સજા થઈ ગઈ. I know it breaks. I have got 2 sons. It broke my heart. I said, bolo, what? I am not thinking his name. I said, bolo, su karu je? I said, I'm with you. Whatever you say. He said, he told me one word that changed my life. And why I'm here today. He said, Saib, maro chokro to gayo means is in the prison. I can't do anything. He could not come here. બોલતો સાહેબ મેં પૈસા બહુ ભેગા કર્યા, મારે હવે પૈસા નહીં જોઈએ, મારે હવે સમાજને પાછું આપવું છે, જે મારા છોકરાને થયું એ બીજા કોઈ છોકરાને નહીં થવું જોઈએ. That there and then I said, તમે બોલો હું બધું કરીશ. Whatever you want, I said, I'll do for you. Means, and he said, no, I want to help people. And I can understand the pain. Son, what the pain is going to the father and mother. Send their son here to study when he was 19 years old. And in October, he gets conviction for 8 years, 21 years old. So it pains. And that is when he said, my one friend is there. Yeah, sorry. No. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. So that is when he told my one friend is there. You know, Anil, you can just talk to him. And that is how we got connected. And this all happened in just 25 days. It's like I know their family, or Sonal Ben, and all Pratiksha Ben, everybody, like the way they took care of me. And that is why I'm joining hands with you all to support this good cause. And how we can stop it. Yes, we can stop it. And everything is possible. I just messaged one of the leading senators in the morning when I was at his house. And I just said, hello, and it's a Sunday. In fact, she messaged me for something. And I said, I'm in New Jersey. What are you doing there? Then I sent the flyer copy. Oh, Harold, I want to know about this. What is this thing happening? And then I'm also learning. And then says, okay, Harold, I want to know more about it. I said, okay, once I'm back in Hawaii, we'll meet. So you see, all long journeys start with a small step. Failure is the path to success. I failed on 4 P's, but I turned obstacles into opportunities. I flipped those 4 P's into passion, purpose, power, and prayers. If I can do it, everyone can do it. With having no resources, nothing. So whenever I do presentations, I talk on 4 things. The problems, the red flags, the resources and solutions. So people tell me about human trafficking. If I see something, I always tell, if you or anyone you suspect is a victim of labor exploitation, sexual abuse, or LGBTQ harassment in the United States of America, please dial 1-888-37-888. That's the National Human Trafficking Hotline number. And you will not get into any trouble. If you see something, speak something, do something. One American lady works for a leading airlines company. She's at a high level. But that manager, American guy, is my friend and used to follow me on YouTube. And he shared my story with his boss, that lady boss. I never met her. See how a small thing can change. Here, every individual has the power to change the world and the outcome. So I used to always promote this hotline number. So that bulb clicked. She used to always go to a gas station to fill gas. For the last 8 years, early morning, buy coffee on a Saturday, on a Sunday, on a Christmas day, on a President's Day. Every time she used to see the same guy. And then that bulb clicked. Oh, something is not right. She didn't realize for 8 years. She called that National Human Trafficking Hotline number. Can you believe, friends? That guy was saved. So, even a drop can change somebody's life. So why not save all those numbers on your phone? Like I always tell, if you're in Canada, call 1-833-900-1010. So thank you very much for coming here. I just want to share that we all have the power to change the world. You know, so what Anil Bhai you're doing is I'm very grateful and thankful to you. Lalit Bhai, you know, Manan Rawal, because media is very powerful. Just this delegates here. તમે લોકો અહીંયા બધા છો, you can change the outcome. Go and share with your family, share with your friends, because this આજે scam ચાલે છે on this particular subject, on this gold. I didn't know. I learned a lot in last 48 hours here. I came on Friday afternoon. I had no idea. But I'm going to go back to Ohio. I'm going to work with the legislation. I'm going to work with the senators or with the congressmen, because I keep going to Washington, D.C. And I'm trying to understand, we have to make a law. Why should our kids go to prison? Okay, what they've done is wrong. Like, I know Saloni Ben was just telling, I always tell in my presentation, a short-term pain is a long-term gain. So work. We all have worked so hard. We all have come here, right? We all worked. When I got a job in Cincinnati Children's Hospital for 11 years, my salary was $11.70. Slow and steady wins the race. So a short-term pain is a long-term gain. But a short-term gain is a long-term pain. આ છોકરા લોકો અહીંયા ભણવા આવ્યા. કોઈ એને કશું લાલચ આપ્યું, okay, if I'm working in McDonald's, I'm working in Subway, I'm working in a motel or a gas station or maybe something, that's fine. Struggle is okay. Only through struggle you will get success. Success is a journey, not a destination. Happiness is the biggest thing. If your wife and kids are happy, what more do you need? That is the biggest wealth. Dollar cannot buy anything. I always take whenever I used to go to the White House, when I got appointed by President Barack Obama, I used to take my father's photograph. He was a very good friend of mine. He went to heaven in 2000. But I respect him a lot. In 1957, my father was in Dubai. He got a job as a train conductor in Dubai, narrow gauge. He used to sleep on the railway platform. Morning, he used to take shower in the waiting room and then start working. His salary was 89 rupees. So I thought I can create everything myself. Always tell, you cannot predict your future, but you can create. You cannot predict your future, but you can create your future. I created my own future. One fine day, I was having in the afternoon, maybe just talking to my wife. I said, I'm not going to live. My trafficker point blank told me, I will kill you. And when he meant it, he meant it. You can make out. I'll terminate you. He hired a hitman to kill me. But when I was talking to my wife, I might die today, I might die tomorrow. I don't know when I'll die. I had given up. I surrendered. Means I knew I'll die. When I'm talking to my wife, my younger son Rohan is playing against the wall. Facing the wall on the floor, he is playing. So always tell, don't be scared what the child speaks. Right? But be scared, what the child sees and hears. So within like 10 seconds, Rohan, he comes and taps me here, and I look behind. And he tells me, Dadu, if you die, who'll take care of me? Who'll take care of my schooling? It is then I thought I got to live. I got to fight. If I die, he dies. If I die, my wife dies. If I die, my older son Bradley dies. So there are a lot of episodes in my life that changed me. And today, both my sons, being homeless, we didn't have 25 cents to buy a candy. I could see my kids. Once I took them to some place, he was eating a sandwich. It is like when you don't feed a dog for 7 days, you can see the saliva. And if you're eating a chicken in front of him, the dog is like, I've seen those situations in my kids' life. But why I started this, what happened to me, what happened to my kids should not happen to a single family or to a single child. And that is why I started this journey. I was not talking for 10 years. Friends, 10 varas baat karto nato. Every time I used to talk, I used to break down. I could not stand. But my wife began my courage, my hope. She used to only talk. Then when my case was with the FBI, it took a lot of time. People told me I'll get deported, I'll get jailed. And my trafficker was very, very powerful, super powerful. And people told me that you'll get killed. What happened in short? He hired a guy, a hitman. I ended it in the hospital. But a 4-inch goli, a 6-foot body ne ludka ochi padi gayi. I still remember early morning, 6 o'clock, 6 surgeons around my ICU bed. And they already had put 8 units of blood. And they said that Americans are very honest, the doctors, surgeons here. Taru ticket means it's beyond our hands. And the 6 surgeons said that we have to take your case from the old doctor who did all my surgery. Well, there's no hope for you to save you. But the other doctor said, and I just didn't know. I still remember 6 o'clock, I'm semi-conscious, and this conversation is going on. But what happened? God denied my visa. And today I'm standing in front of you and talking. So what I'm trying to share, a lot of things have happened in my life. They tried to kidnap my kids. A lot of horrific things have happened. They sent fraudulent immigration letter. Everything will come in the movie. There's a Bollywood biopic coming out of me. They're making one. I never thought it will come. Because Humans of Bombay did my story many years back. And it went viral. It was in the news. And all Bollywood industries, leading production companies started contacting me. I just got back from India. So they are trying to do a journey how I reached from Baroda or from India to the White House. So that will cover the entire things. It will be in the theaters. It will be on Netflix. It will be on Prime Amazon. So that overall story, I told the producer directors, some professional actor is going to act, leading actor, I'm not going to act, but they'll show my thing, that there should be some inspiration, some hope, that every individual has a problem. I just talked to Saloni, I don't want to share, but every individual sitting here have gone through trauma in their life. But everyone has come out in that way. That is what we want to convey the message, that we have to be positive. I always say, live life to the fullest. Problems will come. That's okay. Can you do anything? Okay, fine. You can't do anything? Fine. Be happy. You have to train your mind. It took me a lot of time. I still train my mind. Always, I learned the word dopamine after coming to the United States of America. What is dopamine? I get inspired by Manan Bhai, a good friend. We just met. The way he drove from Ohio, that again a junoon. We need that junoon, and you have that junoon. Bal bala jata rahe. And I was just talking to somebody, ladies, all ladies sitting here. ये लोग में आटलू power छे. You mess around with a girl, जो इन्हीं छटकी जाए ना, आ दुनिया में कोई नहीं एना सामे हुई दे. कोई नहीं ताकत नहीं. अपनी bodies we cannot. अपने यहाँ बहुत किया है वो, but we have the guts. No, but if that lady, you mess around with that lady on the wrong side, you rub her on the wrong side, she'll take you to a particular level. After that, you must be whatever you are. You must be how powerful you are, how much your money you got, how much your clout you got. If she stands up like the Durga Ma, nobody can stand. I was on a call, he put me for some voice call, and somebody was messing around with that lady in this particular scam thing. I don't go into details. Innocent lady. Her husband is being stuck. And she ભીખ માંગે છે. અરે મારા પતિને ડાયાબિટીસ થઈ ગયું, વધારે થઈ ગયું, પડી ગયો, બ્લડ પ્રેશર પડી ગયો, બેહોશ થઈ ગયો. પણ એ 15-20 મિનિટનો કોલ કશું હતો રેકોર્ડિંગ. એન્ડમાં તો એને that person is threatening her, the trafficker, whoever it is, in this particular gold scam. And then in the end she gave up, and that fellow still threatening her. એને પછી નામ લીધું, I don't know his name. સાહેબ બહુ થઈ ગયું, જો મારા પતિને કશું થયું ને તો કોઈને નહીં છોડું. That what she meant it. મારા પતિને કશું થયું, that indirectly, if my husband dies, you are all dead. And I'm very confident that will happen. So that is all things I just want to share. I'm here with you all to support your particular cause. And anything is around you all to ask questions. So thank you very much. Vande Bharat, Mera Bharat Maan. And I just want to end on one note. I always tell, making a mistake is not a mistake. Making no mistake is a mistake. Repeating a mistake is a big mistake. But learning from your mistake, like from my mistake, and helping the community members to live a life with peace, happiness, and freedom is not a mistake. And that is what I'm doing today. Thank you very much. And Jai Shri Krishna. Any questions, anything, I'm more than open to answer.
If anybody has any questions, anybody, please step forward if you have any questions. Yes.
આજે ટ્રાફિકિંગ ને બધું થઈ રહ્યું છે અત્યારે, તો અમેરિકામાં સ્ટુડન્ટ ઘણા કન્ફ્યુઝ હોય છે. અમેરિકામાં કેવું હોય છે કે પપ્પા ત્યાંથી લોન લઈને પૈસા સ્ટુડન્ટને અહીંયા સ્ટડી કરવા મોકલે, અને પછી એ લોકો કોઈક એનો સિટીઝન ફ્રેન્ડ હોય કે કોઈ પણ હોય એની પાછળ કંઈક ને કંઈક નાની નાની એક્ટિવિટી કર્યા રાખે. હમણાં જ મેં એક કેસ એવો સાંભળ્યો હતો કે મેટ્રો સ્ટેશનમાં ટ્રંક ચાયર આવે અને કૂદીને જમ મારીને એનો સિટીઝન ફ્રેન્ડ હતો એ ગયો, એટલે પાછળ આ પણ ગયો, એટલે કોઈકે એને પકડ્યા ને ઓનલી $3 માટે એને વિઝા શું કહેવાય ઇંગ્લિશમાં રિવોક કર્યા. તો આવા જ્યારે ઇન્સિડન્ટ બને ત્યારે સ્ટુડન્ટને આપણે કઈ રીતના બચાવી શકીએ? કારણ કે એમાં તો એની અજ્ઞાનતા જ છે, જો ને એને બીજું કંઈ કર્યું જ નથી, પણ $3 માટે જો આવા જમ્પ મારીને જો એ અટવાઈ જતા હોય તો આપણે એમાં કઈ રીતના એને મદદ કરી શકીએ? ચાલો સેમિનાર કર્યો, ખબર બધાને બધી પડે છે, પણ થઈ જાય છે અંજાનતામાં, તો એનું શું કરવાનું?
આ બહુ સરસ પ્રશ્ન છે. હું બધાને કહું, એટલે બધા સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ હોય કે અહીંયા પર્સન લાઈક મી દેટ આ અમેરિકા છે, યુનાઇટેડ સ્ટેટ્સ ઓફ અમેરિકા, અહીંયા કોઈ ડોલર પડ્યું હોય તો ચોરી કરવાની જ નહીં, વેધર ઇટ ઇઝ વિથ IRS, taxes, be very honest, and if you made a mistake, accept it, but don't tell lies. પણ આ પર્ટિક્યુલર કેસની અંદર મને ખબર નથી પડતી, બધા સ્ટુડન્ટને કહું છું, જે પણ હમણાં lot of people contact me through Eyes Open International કે મારી દીકરી આવે છે, મારો છોકરો આવે છે, I always tell them, be honest, don't do shortcuts. Like now they came to know about the courier, but even like jumping, it's on everything is recorded, and once the law is broken, it's very difficult. It depends again on the administration who is there. Some administrations pardon you and they say, okay, it's a felony, don't do it again. But at times it is a very harsh decision. Number one, I'd say, why do it in the first place? Like even if you're going to Walmart or anything, don't pick up anything. You know, if you want, go to the store manager and you say, sir, I'm hungry, I need some food. He'll give it to you. You don't know. This is America. I go to Walls Green or something. I said, yeah, I'm working on this human trafficking, this, that. Can I get some like donation? They give it. There are people, very generous people. You know, you go and tell them, they do it. So I tell kids also, you have any problem, contact me. I tell the students who come here, these are the do's and don'ts. I give them a card, business card. Anybody tells you anything, bullies you also, તને કશું કરે તો મને પહેલા કોલ કરજે, ને એવું પણ ના હોય તો call 911. Don't be scared. So we have to empower them, we have to educate them. Once you give them power, you know, then they have that thing, oh yes, no, કોઈ પણ મને ટ્રિક ના કરે. But there are some students, they just try to, I understand, you come from India, $1 is 90 rupees. Like again, like, so I always say, short term, don't take shortcuts. Work hard, like we all have worked so hard. Our parents have worked so hard. Right? My father didn't have a cycle. My father used to always tell me, I've got a cycle. I can see his expression like he got a Mercedes car. Like with so much pride. You know, like we know how we all work. So we have to give that sanskar to our kids. To educate our kids. Just tell, first go home, you know, like embrace your wife, kids and all. My mother came to the US for the first time. And she told me, I also didn't realize that she said, my nickname is Puttu. You know, if you go to Baroda and all, they don't know my name is Harold D'Souza. They'll say, Puttu, when did you come? So I like my friends, Kanya and all. We used to play Lokoti together. He's driving a rickshaw, but we are still buddies. So my wife said that, my mother said that, I never told you I love you. Until today. I go also. But they love us more than anyone on this planet. They know what I like to eat, what time I get up, what clothes I'm going to wear. So look, even our wives, our kids, they know. Oh, what is just the body language without talking. Just because I say I love you does not mean that it happens. અમેરિકાને ચેન્જ થઈ ગયો. સવારે ઉઠીને હું મારા ભાઈને કહું છું I love you, એટલે સાંજે જતી રહે તો મરી જઈશ, પછી એલિમની પૈસા બધા આપવાના, એટલે પછી રાતના પાછું I'm sorry, I love you. But I'm just joking on the lighter side. But these are certain things we have to educate our kids. And I've seen how my father worked. So that sanskar has come into me. I'm not saying that. My father used to always tell me, you know, Puttu, anybody comes to your house, treat him like God. Even if he's an enemy, તારો દુશ્મન પણ હોય, તારા ઘરે આવે ને, to treat him like ભગવાન. I learned so much from Gujarati people that I have a lot of respect. They are one of the most honest people on this planet. You all are born businessmen, which is very good, but you all are not cheaters. That's good. You know, I was going to Rajkot, that Pradip Bhai Patel. बोलता है this was खुनिया good लगाड़ो, right? There's a thing. So I know people are, once they trust you, these Gujaratis, they'll go beyond and above. So as per your particular case about the students, I would like, what you all are doing these seminars, all long journeys start with a small step. But we have to educate our kids. I tell my kids, anything like my son was in New York, he just moved to Chicago. He's got so many parking tickets. Parking means because you can't park here, nothing. And sometimes so I said, just pay it. $50, $100, that's okay. When my son was in Cincinnati, he's got speeding tickets. So I used to go to the police station and tell the police officer, I'm sorry, sir, you saved my son's life. He was shocked. You're the only father who has come to me. I said, yes, you saved my son's life. He was going maybe at 80 on 60. If a deer would have come, he would have met with an accident. So by $160, you saved my son's life. And I gracefully go and pay the $160 with my son. Then I tell my son later on. I don't yell at him. If he made a mistake, means I am a failure. It's not his mistake. His mistake is with me. I didn't raise my son right. I didn't teach him the right value. So I blame myself. Harold, what am I doing? I'm not focusing on my kids. I'm not spending time with my son. Then I tell my son, I'm working for Cincinnati Children's Hospital. I'm getting a salary of $11.70. I work 16 hours a day because I get overtime. And I said that $160 you could have used for buying a shoes, having a good food, but that money has gone down. You just flushed it. So I explained to him in a very polite manner. Now for the last couple of years, they don't have any speeding tickets. I tell them, you're pushing the pedal. Bradley, you're in college first year. Go work with Elon Musk. My younger son is a tennis player. Having 1 glass or 2 glass neat, going to the bar, that is called Mardangini, or you're trying to impress the girls. I tell my son is a tennis pro. Go and defeat Djokovic or Roger Federer on the Wimbledon court or US Open 6-0, 6-0. Show your talent there. This talent, that's not called talent. So we are friends with my family. So both my sons are doing very good. Today my son is working with Elon Musk. Today right now is in Mexico. Today on April 24th he'll complete 12 years with Tesla. And he just turned 30 years old. He's been on the board of directors. He was invited to President Barack Obama's inaugural function. If you Google, so what I would say, age is just a number. And I believed from the house, I should not talk about this. First I should see whether I'm taking care of my own family. You should always practice before preaching. I never preached, but I'm just trying to motivate people. If my son is done something wrong, means I didn't do something right. That's what I tell. And kids do mistakes. It doesn't what happens, they don't do mistakes. But you have to educate them. Again, tell them that's fine. I never yell at my kids. Even if they made a mistake, I tell my wife sorry. I tell my kids sorry if I make a mistake. When she's from Bombay, I'm from Gujarat. So the day she got married and came, the next day I told her, this is Gujarat. So, yeah. So I said, Pati Parmeshwar, in a sandal cardio. My foot, she said. So Tyarthi, I said, yeah, Patni is Parmeshwar, you're Lakshmi. Change take you. We can't have that command. We have to change. I don't believe in domination. And that's why I could succeed here. With her support. And with all the support of you all. Thank you. Vijay, any other questions? And you all are all doing a great job. So thanks for what you are doing. And I told you we'll work on this particular project and need all your support. And we'll see that our young friends from India or anywhere or any other country, they say students will not get trapped into this for the small things. And 8 years is too much. At that age, I would break down. I still, it pains me, And certain things happen to innocent people. You all come here for taking care of your family. If something happens to me, it's going to hurt my wife and my kids. So I don't believe in that. So we got to empower and trust each other. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Can we have a... Ladies and gentlemen, સ્કેમ્સ ની વાતો કરતા હોય ત્યારે નંબર્સ તમને જાણવામાં એટલો શોક લાગશે કે આ બધા સ્કેમ્સ કેટલા લાખોમાં છે, કરોડોમાં છે, મિલિયન્સ છે. So I have a rough number which I can share with you. Texas gold scam was about 7.28 million. Ohio gold bar courier scam was $1,27,000. Delaware multiple older victim scam was $2.1 million scam. Maryland gold bar scam, $800,000 scam. FBI, Boston and nationwide scam ongoing, $186.2 million scam. અત્યારે ન્યૂ જર્સીમાં અગર તમને જાણવું હોય તો ન્યૂ જર્સીમાં it's 200,000 in gold. એટલા ડોલર્સનો સ્કેમ થઈ રહ્યો છે and still we have very less people who are reporting this. So what we like to do is કે તમે report કરો. If you get to know about it, if you are a victim, if you are in this trap, if you know the mistake you made, you tell the authorities. Most of them are going to help you and they will guide you well કે આપણે આના પછી કયો સ્ટેપ લેવા જોઈએ. જેમ તમારો ક્વેશ્ચન હતો, what is the next step we should take? So this is the next step you should take. Report to the authorities. એક બોસ્ટનનો સ્કેમ હતો. બોસ્ટનમાં થયું એવું કે એક વિક્ટિમ હતો. એ વિક્ટિમ હતો કોઈક ઓલ્ડ એજ અમેરિકન સિટીઝન. He was around 70-80 years old. અને થયું શું કે નોર્મલ જેમ તમને ફ્રોડ માટે સ્કેમ્સ આવે ને, તમને અત્યારે બી આવતા જ હશે આવા કોલ્સ જેમાં એવું કહેવાય કે હલો, તમારું $30,000 તમારા ડેબિટ થઈ ગયા છે, અગર તમે ના હોય તો પ્લીઝ લેટ અસ નો, તમારું અકાઉન્ટ નંબર અમને આપી દો, તમારું ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન આઈડી પિન અમને આપી દો, ગિવ યોર SSN નંબર. તો વેન યુ ગેટ ધીસ કાઇન્ડ ઓફ કોલ્સ, ફર્સ્ટ ઓફ ઓલ તમને કોઈ કોલ કરીને આ વસ્તુ નહીં કહે, કોઈ તમને ઈમેલ નહીં મોકલે. યુ હેવ ટુ કોન્ટેક્ટ યોર બેંક authorities. And contacting the bank authorities, telling them, going in person will actually help you. જ્યારે આ સ્કેમ થયો ત્યારે જે સ્કેમર હતો એ સ્કેમર તો ત્યાં હતો જ નહીં, એને કોઈક સ્ટુડન્ટને મોકલ્યું હતું કે જા $30,000 આ વિક્ટિમ પાસેથી લઈ આવ, તને હું $1,000 આપીશ એમાંથી. Now the student didn't even know કે પાર્સલમાં શું છે, $30,000 છે કે ગોલ્ડ બાર છે કે શું છે. So what happens is that વિક્ટિમની પાસેથી સ્ટુડન્ટ કુરિયર લઈને જતો રહે છે અને જ્યારે કુરિયરનું ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન કરે છે, વિક્ટિમે એકવાર પૈસા આપ્યા, બે વાર પૈસા આપ્યા, પછી ટુ ગુડ ટુ બી ટ્રુ જ્યારે ફીલ થયું એમને, ત્યારે ત્રીજી કે ચોથી વાર એમને પોલીસને કોન્ટેક્ટ કર્યો. અને પોલીસે કોને પકડ્યું? સ્કેમરને ના, એમને પકડ્યું સ્ટુડન્ટને. સ્ટુડન્ટ કોણ હતો? જે ઇન્ડિયાથી આવ્યો હતો. તો આમાં કોનું નામ ખરાબ થયું? ઇન્ડિયન કમ્યુનિટીનું નામ ખરાબ થયું. ભૂલ કોની હતી? સ્ટુડન્ટને શોર્ટકટથી પૈસા કમાવાતા, બરાબર, પણ મેઇન ભૂલ કોની હતી? સ્કેમરની, રાઈટ? સો આવા નાના નાના ટ્રેપ્સમાં બહુ ખરાબ રીતે આપણે લોકો ફસાઈ જઈએ છીએ અને નામ આપણી ઇન્ડિયન અમેરિકન કમ્યુનિટીનું ખરાબ થાય છે. There are also good opportunities જ્યારે ગોલ્ડ મર્ચન્ટ્સ જેટલા બી ઓનર્સ છે એ લોકોને જ્યારે એવું લાગે કે આટલું મોટું ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન થઈ રહ્યું છે, તે વોટ દે ડુ ઇઝ કે ગોલ્ડનું $1,00,000 ગોલ્ડ કોઈક લેવા આવ્યું છે. $1,00,000 ગોલ્ડ કોઈ અચાનક લેવા આવ્યું હોય, માણસ જોઈને એમને લાગતું બી ના હોય કે આ ભાઈ $1,00,000 લેશે, તો એ તરત ઓથોરિટીઝને કોન્ટેક્ટ કરે કે આઈ ડોન્ટ નો, પણ આ માણસ કશેકથી બહુ બધા કેશમાં ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન કરવા માંગે છે અને મારી પાસેથી ગોલ્ડ લેવા માંગે છે. ત્યાં મોટું તમારું આખું ફ્રોડ સિસ્ટમ પકડાયું. બીજું સિસ્ટમ ત્યાંથી ખબર પડે છે કે નાઉ સ્કેમર્સ ઓલ્સો હેવ ગોલ્ડ મેલ્ટિંગ મશીન્સ. તો ગોલ્ડ મેલ્ટિંગ મશીન્સ એવી રીતે હોય છે કે જે આપણા સરસ ડાયમંડ મર્ચન્ટ્સ છે કે ગોલ્ડ મર્ચન્ટ્સ છે, એ લોકો પાસેથી ગોલ્ડ ખરીદે, તમારા નામનું ગોલ્ડ હોય, બધું રિસિપ્ટ બધું જ હોય એમની પાસે, બટ એ બધું ટ્રેશ કરીને તમારું ગોલ્ડ બધું મેલ્ટ કરી દે એન્ડ દેન દે સેલ ઇટ ઇન ધ બ્લેક માર્કેટ. સો દેર આર સો મેની સ્કેમ્સ ગોઈંગ ઓન રાઇટ નાઉ. અને આ તો મેં થોડાક જ નંબર્સ પુલ આઉટ કર્યા છે. દેર આર એમ્પલ ઓફ ધેમ. સો બી અવેર, don't fall in these traps. Next, I would also like to request Mr. Anil Mangukia and Mrs. Sonal Mangukia to please present a token of love on behalf of HBS team to our one and only respectful Mr. Harold D'Souza. A token of love on behalf of HBS for giving an amazing speech and also telling us how we can protect ourselves with all the ongoing scam with his true story. And we would actually love to see your Bollywood movie coming up soon. Can you please can we have a round of applause, please? Can we have you on the stage? Now, I would also request Mr. Chetan Bhai Kakaria to please proceed forward and give few words to our beautiful audience.
Hello. Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you, Mr. Harold D'Souza, for explaining your brief life story, which is such a true and amazing experience, what you have been through. Sorry about the situation, but you made it up. We have a privilege to talk about good opportunity here today for the scammers. The scammer, I mean, we all came here in this country to make money, to make the good business, to good standing, and to make our life successful with the family. So the scammer are taking an advantage in a way. They are very smarter than us in a way. That they are polite, they are charming, they are trying to convince you, so they are convincing. So in that occasion, we have to be very careful when they do the scammer to the phone calls. Nowadays in our industry, like most of the people here are from diamond industry, and in our industry there are a lot of phone scammers that she explained. So phone scammers are making phone calls to the elder society who has their lifetime savings, and those savings have been used by their phone scammers. And people who are using to, as she explained, like the students, to get that parcels and have them picked up and dropped off at some place for 1 or 2 hours, and they get like $1,000, $2,000. So this is shortcut money, is give them the red flag right there and then. But what happens is people make this because of the greed and because of the fear. When you have a fear, you can't even think why somebody called me for my social security, why somebody called me for the money. And we have a greed, લાલચ ઊભી થાય, અને એ લાલચ આપણને ક્યાંય સુધી લઈ જાય છે. આપણને બધાને ગુજરાતીમાં બી ખબર છે કે લાલચ કરતાં કરતાં માણસ પોતાનું જીવન ખોઈ નાખે છે. તો આવી લાલચમાં ન આવીએ એના માટે શું કરવું જોઈએ? સો when you get a phone call like this, or when you think it's too good to be true જ્યારે હોય, ત્યારે wait for it, think for it, pause, think and then verify. People are afraid to call. What happens is જ્યારે કોલ આવે ત્યારે 1 મિનિટ માટે એને ઊભો રાખીએ અને આપણા ફ્રેન્ડ્સ, ટ્રુ ફ્રેન્ડ્સ, ઓથોરિટીઝ, કોઈ પણને આપણે ફોન કરીને પૂછી શકીએ. ઇટ હેપન્સ ટુ મી ઓલ્સો ઇન લાસ્ટ મંથ ઓર મંથ એન્ડ હાફ બિફોર. મને ફોન કોલ આવ્યો, માય આઈડેન્ટિટી યુઝ ઇન કેલિફોર્નિયા. કેલિફોર્નિયામાં મારી આઈડેન્ટિટી યુઝ થઈ જાય એવો ફોન આવ્યો. આઈ સેડ, વેર યુ કોલિંગ ફ્રોમ? He said, he gave his special name like Jackson Williamson. I am calling from authority of CIA. I said, okay. I knew that it is a scam. I called right away at Rutherford police station, because he told me like, I'm calling from Rutherford police and I can come to your home. I said, okay, you can come to my home. I am at home right now. So this happened to me, and then I merged the phone call. Within 2 minutes, he wants me to do right away the action. So think before you take an action when you get some kind of call like this. So I merged the phone call with Rutherford police station. The police station guy, I know him also. So he asked the guy, what's your name? So he gave exactly like a very confident, like you think if I'm not there or somebody else, they can be trapped right away. And he gave badge number also, police badge number. I said, wow, this guy knows more than that. Then also he gave a phone number. The police officer asked him for a phone number. So he gave the police station phone number online for Rutherford. So then that rang me a bell, like this is a problem, because he doesn't have a separate line number. Then Rutherford police station asked me, oh, I am in the building right now. What is your desk number? So desk number, he gave us, the guy also gave him a desk number 148. So the Rutherford police station said, thank you, mister. We don't have a 3-digit number here in the building. So think about it. This scammer is so advanced and they know exactly how to trap us. So we are a little bit educated, that's why we are here. But the people who are elderly and work for their entire life, and they saving so much money for their kids, their grandkids, and people are scammer lived in India somewhere, Bangalore, India, Ahmedabad, Bombay, Delhi, wherever they are. But they know how to trick these people. And problem is this, the victim are us who are living here. They're using our bank account, they're using our social, they're using our students who are came here. Is to telling in this awareness, how do we prevent this? So whenever you get a phone call like this or something is suspicious, please pause for a second. Call somebody who you know and then take an action. This is the only way you can prevent yourself and save somebody's money. Otherwise, you will be trapped. So think before you do the action. And always, greed is a problem. When you have a lalach, then nobody can hide you or nobody can help you. In this country, we came here to study, like students, whoever came as an H1, whoever came on a student visa, F1 visa, they are here for study. They're not here for to make this kind of scam. So what happened is the people in India or whoever the scammer phone callers, they know how to get these people into the action. So they use their advantage and make thousands or hundred thousands of dollars sitting there and using the students. And see the situation what happened recently, like few of the things happened and they got prison. They got prison, and you know that like in America, there is no such things like India have prison. In India, you can have so many things where you can have connection, you can have people can help you, there is sympathies, there are a lot of other ways you can get around. Here, there is no way you can get around it. So be careful. I know there is, everybody wants to make money, but not in a shortcut. If you do allow the shortcuts, this is not the way. So please take care of yourself whenever you have a chance like that and when you get a call like that. Thank you so much.
Next, we have Mr. Nilesh Bhai Bodra. Can we have Mr. Nilesh Bhai Bodra on the stage, please? He's also known as Mr. Bodki, so एक बार जोरदार तालियां भेजें please.
HBS એટલે કે હેલ્પ બિફોર સ્કેમ, રાઈટ અનિલભાઈ? હેલ્પ બિફોર સ્કેમ એટલે કે આપણે કંઈ પણ સ્કેમ કરવા જઈ રહ્યા છીએ એની પહેલાની હેલ્પ આપણે કરવી જોઈએ. તો એના માટેનો આ એક ફર્સ્ટ પ્રોગ્રામ હશે, મે બી મારા ખ્યાલ મુજબ પહેલો પ્રોગ્રામ છે HBS નો. તો ઘણીવાર મારું સજેશન તો એવું હોય જ છે કે આપણે આવા પ્રોગ્રામ અવેરનેસ કરવા જોઈએ. આ પ્રોગ્રામથી શું ફરક પડે કે જ્યારે પણ આમાં કેવું હોય છે, બધાને બધી ખબર હોય જ છે. હવે અહીંથી અમે સ્પીચ ગમે એ આપીએ, બધા મગજમાં બધી ખબર જ છે, કરાય કે કરવું જોઈએ કે ન કરવું જોઈએ, પણ બધા કરે છે. હવે કરે છે શું કામ? તો એના 2-3 રસ્તા હોય છે કે આજે ઇન્ડિયાથી લોન લઈને આવ્યા હોય, હવે લોનનું દેવું ભરપાઈ કરવું હોય એટલે શોર્ટકટ પહેલા ગોતી. એટલે પહેલા પ્રથમ તો જે સિનિયર સિટીઝનો છે એને ખ્યાલ જ છે કે કેટલા વિશે 100 થાય, 20 પંચાય હોય થાય, 10 ગુણ્યા 10 100 થાય, અને 1 ને 100 વાર પ્લસ કરો તો પણ 100 થાય. પણ સ્ટેપ બાય સ્ટેપ જો આપણે કરીએ કે 1 2 3 4 5 તો 100% શોર્ટકટમાં આપણે એનું રિઝલ્ટ નથી મળતું. હંમેશા એમાં ઇન્વેસ્ટ કરવું પડે છે અને તો જ આપણે આગળ વધી શકીએ અને એમાં સક્સેસ જઈએ છીએ. પરંતુ અત્યારની જનરેશન કેવું છે, શોર્ટકટ અપનાવી લે. શોર્ટકટ શું કામ અપનાવે છે કે એની સાથે જે પણ હોય છે દેખાદેખી વાળું, કે ભાઈ આને વોટ એવર શૂઝ પહેર્યા છે આવા, કે બ્રાન્ડેડ વોચ પહેરી છે, વોટ એવર છે. એટલે કમ્પેરિઝનમાં છે ને એવું નથી કે નાના માણસોના છોકરાઓ જ આવું કરે છે, મોટા છોકરાઓ જેને પૈસાની જરૂર જ નથી તે લોકો પણ આમાં કરે છે, કારણ કે એના શોખ થોડાક હાઈફાઈ થઈ ગયા હોય છે. એટલે આ બધું કરવામાં છે ને શોર્ટકટ અપનાવી લે છે. હવે શોર્ટકટ એટલે કેવા શોર્ટકટ કે કોઈ પણ એક વસ્તુ પિક કરવા જવું છે તો પિક કરવામાં તમારે $1000 $2000  2 કલાકમાં મળી જતા હોય તો એને કંઈ પ્રોબ્લેમ નથી. બધા લઈ આવ્યો પતી ગયું. પણ એવું નથી હોતું દોસ્તો. હવે આ અવેરનેસ પ્રોગ્રામથી તો આપણે તો કેટલું સમજાવી શકવાના લોકોને, પરંતુ મને જ્યાં સુધી ખ્યાલ છે તેમ ચિકનભાઈ કીધું એટલું સ્ટેપ બરોબર જ છે કે હંમેશા પહેલા સ્ટોપ કરો. કોઈ પણ કોલ આવે, અમને પણ કેટલાક કોલ આવે છે. હું નવો વર્ષમાં આવ્યો તો અમેરિકામાં તો પોલીસ કમિશનર બોલું છું, મેં કહું આવો સાહેબ, મેં કહું તમે મને ફોન કર્યો, કોણને જુદે? હું એને સામેથી એમ કહેતો હતો પણ સ્કેમરિયા. હવે પોલીસ કમિશનરને આપણને ફોન કરવાની શું જરૂર પડે? કે હું પોલીસ કમિશનર બોલું છું. મેં કહું બરોબર છે, આવો ચા પાણી પીવા સાહેબ. બીજું હું હવે એમાં તમે ઊંડા ઊંચો તમે તમારી ડિટેલ આપો. પહેલા મતલબ આપણી સાથે કોઈ બનાવ બન્યો, આપણે બેંકમાંથી $10,000 કે $5,000 થઈ ગયા હોય તો આપણે કેવી રીતે હેરાન થઈએ છીએ. આપણે એ પોતાના પૈસા જો રિયલી ડેબિટ થયા હોય તો પણ આપણે તો હેરાન થઈએ છીએ. તો સામેથી આપણને ફોન કરે તમારા અકાઉન્ટમાંથી $30,000 ડેબિટ થઈ ગયા છે, તમે આ કરશો તો આ કરે. અરે ભાઈ, એટલી તો જનરલ નોલેજ હોય કે નહીં આપણી પાસે કે ભાઈ આપણે આપણા અકાઉન્ટમાંથી રિયલ અકાઉન્ટમાંથી જો આપણા પૈસા ડેબિટ થયા છે તો પણ આપણે હેલ્પ ગોતવા માટે ગોતતા હોય તો સામેથી આપણને એવા આ યુગમાં કોણ આવે સામેથી ફોન કે તમારા અકાઉન્ટમાંથી $30,000 ડેબિટ થઈ ગયા, તમે આ આપો. એટલે એવું હોતું જ નથી. આ બધું એક મોહ માયા છે સંસારની. આ ગુરુ મહાત્માનું લેખક પૂરો આપેલો છે, આપણે એવો સમય નથી. પણ મતલબમાં ટૂંકમાં એટલું કહું છું, વડીલો છે, જે સ્ટુડન્ટો છે, એના પેરેન્ટો છે, મીડિયાના મારફતમાં જે જોવે છે એમને કે સ્કેમ કોઈ પણ ફોન આવે ને પેલા સ્ટોપ, એકવાર સ્ટોપ થઈ જાવ. ક્યાં આવ્યું છે, શું કામ આવ્યું છે, પછી એની ઉપર થિંકિંગ કરો કે ભાઈ આ એને હું કામ કર્યો. સામેથી આપણને એવું અત્યારે તમને જ ખબર છે, મને ખબર છે, બધાને ખબર છે કે સામેથી ફોન કોઈ દિવસ આવે એવું તો કોણ છે કે જેને દુઃખ હોય ને સામેથી ફોન કરે કે ભાઈ આવું થયું છે? એવું હોતું જ નથી. એટલે પેલા સ્ટોપ, થિંકિંગ અને એમાં ઇમ્પ્લિમેન્ટ કરો. અને કોઈ પણ જગ્યાએ કઈ પણ વસ્તુ સાંભળી હોય ને એને શેર કરવાનું રાખો. શેર એટલે કે એકબીજાને કયો. ઘણા બનાવો એવા છે કે એકબીજાને કહીશું ને આપણે તો એમાંથી આપણી સાથે જે બન્યું આપણે શેર કરશું, ત્રીજું શેર કરશું. શેર કરવાનું એટલે તમે ઘણી વાર જોતા હશો કે કંઈક બોલ્યો હશે, ત્રીજો બોલ્યો છો, તો એવું નહીં. જે બોલેલું, જે સાંભળેલું છે એ જ શેર કરો. હવે હું હમણાં કોન્સ્યુલેન્ટમાં હતો, આ પ્રોગ્રામ માટે જ મેં ઇન્વિટેશન મેં કીધું કે મેં કોઈ આવી રીતનું છે તો સાહેબે કીધું કે ન્યુયોર્ક કોન્સ્યુલેન્ટમાંથી 6 સ્ટેટ આવે છે, 80,000 સ્ટુડન્ટ છે આપણે અહીંયા. 6 સ્ટેટમાં સાહેબ 80,000 સ્ટુડન્ટ અહીંયા સ્ટડી કરે છે. હવે 80,000 સ્ટુડન્ટમાંથી સપોઝ સ્કેમરને ખાલી 10 થી 20 લોકોને ટાર્ગેટ કરવાના છે. પછી 10-20 ટાર્ગેટ કરી નાખે એટલે એનું કામ થઈ ગયું છે. અને આ સ્કેમનો આખું જે ષડયંત્ર થઈ રહ્યું છે, મેં એવું સાંભળેલું છે કે મેન બાંગ્લાદેશ, ઇન્ડિયામાંથી ન થઈ રહેલું છે. એટલે હવે આ બધી વસ્તુમાં આપણે તો બહુ નાના પડીએ. આ બધી વસ્તુમાં કેમ કરવું, શું કરવું, બધાને બધી ખબર હોય જ છે. આપણે સ્કેમનો ભોગ નથી બનવું. તો સ્કેમનો ભોગ નહીં બનવા માટે પહેલા પ્રથમ તો કોઈ પણ ફોન આવે તેને કટ જ કરી દેવાનો. હવે અત્યારે આ મોબાઈલમાં આપણી પાસે એવી ફેસિલિટી આવી છે કે મારે વેરેઝોનમાં તો છે, બીજા નેટવર્કમાં મને નથી ખબર. સ્પેમ કોઈ પણ કોલ આવે ને એટલે સામેવાળો પહેલા આઈડેન્ટિફાઈ માંગે આપણો ફોન કે તમે કોણ બોલો છો, શું છે, એ બધું કરો એટલે આપણને લાગે ઉપાડવાનું. કઈ નહીં, એવું કોઈ કામ હોતું નથી કે ભાઈ એનો ફોન ન ઉપાડીએ તો આપણું કામ લૂંટાઈ જતું હોય. એટલે કોઈ પણ ફોન કોલથી ને સ્કેમ જ્યાદા થતા હોય છે. આપણે એકબીજાના નેટવર્કમાં, એકબીજાના કનેક્ટમાં આવીએ એટલે આપણે અટાઈ જઈએ. આપણે અટાવવું નથી. એના માટે જાગૃતતા જરૂરી છે. અને જાગૃતતા રૂપે જે આ અત્યારે પ્રોગ્રામ અનિલભાઈ દ્વારા ગોઠવવામાં આવ્યો છે એ રિયલી વંદનીય છે. તો આપણે એકવાર એને જોરથી સ્ટેન્ડર્ડ ઓવેશન આપીએ, કારણ કે આવું જો એને જીગર કરી છે અમેરિકામાં, તો આવા પ્રોગ્રામ રૂપે હવે આપણે અવેરનેસ પ્રોગ્રામો ચાલુ થાય એવું આપણે ગોઠવીએ. અને આવનારા દિવસોમાં આવા અમારું સૌરાષ્ટ્ર ડાયમંડ ગ્રુપ છે, તો સૌરાષ્ટ્ર ડાયમંડ ગ્રુપ ત્યાં દિલ્હી દરબાર કરે. દિલ્હી દરબાર કરીને આવી શું કે 1-2 કલાક ગામમાં ગપ્પા મારવા આવ્યો કે આવા ગપ્પા મારવાના, ગપ્પા મારીને છૂટું થઈ જવાનું. અને જો આ પ્રોગ્રામ કરશું તો 100% આપણે સમાજમાં છોકરાઓ અટવાય છે અને આપણે હેલ્પફુલ થઈશું. જઈને બોલવામાં થોડુંક વધારે બોલાઈ ગયું હોય કે ફાસ્ટ થઈ જવાનું તો સોરી, બાકી જે હતું એ કીધું.
Thank you, everybody. You can have your seats. એકવાર જોરદાર તાળીઓ થઈ જાય આપણા બધા સ્પીકર્સ માટે. Can we have a round applause for each and every one of you? A little warm-up session, okay? I want everybody to lift your right hand up in the air. Badaano right hand up, okay? Can you make a circle out of it? Can you make a circle out of it? Can you draw a circle out of it? Okay, I'm gonna give you a gold bar, okay? Listen to me carefully. I'm gonna give you a gold bar if you can make a circle and a square with your next hand together. Can you make a square and a circle together? કોઈ આ કરી શકે છે તો હું તમને gold bar આપીશ મારા પૈસાથી. Can you do it? Can you do it? Scam કર્યું, right? So આટલા easy scam હોતા તો problem ના હતો, but the scams are a little tricky. But મારો કહેવાનો મતલબ એ છે કે now when you see, when we are not aligned, એક circle and એક square, it's gonna be a problem. But now, if you do a circle and a circle, can you do it? Can you do it? Can you try? Try? All right, can you do it? Yes, you can do it. You feel like you're swimming. So when you do a circle, it feels you are aligned. બંને હાથથી circle બનાવો તો થઈ શકે છે. So what we want from you is to be aligned with us, કે આપણું perspective જે છે એ same અને similar રહે. અગર perspective similar રહેશે, આપણે બધા જ થોડા vigilant રહીશું, તો આપણે બધા જ આ બધા સ્કેમરથી બી લડી શકીશું in our way, which is just knowing, being alert, અને જેમ સરે કીધું પોતાને પહેલા બચાવી લો તો તમે બીજાને હેલ્પ કરી શકશો. So save yourself first and then others. We are moving towards the last speaker. I'm so sorry, એમને સ્ટેજ પર નતું આવું, but I'm inviting him because he has a lot of things to share with us. So we have Mr. Hitesh Ahir. Can we have him on the stage, please?
Hello everyone, good evening. So I don't have much to say because I'm sure Mr. Harold D'Souza and Chetan has covered everything, especially you as well, make us all laugh. But my only thing is to this new upcoming generation, the people, the students who come here all the way overseas. It doesn't have to be from India only. Students from all over overseas, from the world, who dream high, who want to achieve something. They already come here with a vision to prosper or to support their family back home. Now those people, when they come here, their focus should be just, if students, if you are viewing me over this beautiful event, please keep in mind, your focus should be only and only to study and do whatever you need to do in your expertise. Do not get influence with your roommate, because sometimes I feel roommates are the ones where you get more influence. If you come in contact with one wrong person, because you want to save money, so you cannot afford to have your own apartment unless you're born in a good family, right? So when you come across your first encounter with your roommates, your college, it's all set well. Everything is going to be super good there. They all will follow rules in the colleges. But where you come and you land and you start living with the roommates to save money, do not get influenced. Think 10 times if anybody's convincing you that, hey, I can make $2,000 in a few hours by just picking and dropping off. I think it's, we have heard this before. It's the environment, what you be in. Like, I don't know how to dance, let's say, hypothetically. And if I go into a discotheque, if the ambience is good, if the music is good, we will start, our body will give out some rhythm out, right? Like, we all will do that, I'm sure, if the ambience is good. So my focus right now to all new students is, or people who are already here, the students especially, without you, they cannot do anything. These scammers, they cannot do anything without you. So do not get influenced for the shortcut money. work as per the law, wherever students can work. I think 20 hours is what a week they can work. Take care of your expenses. True, we all are not rich. We probably take some loans. From overseas, from all over the world. Think 10 times. If anybody's paying you, let's say $2,000 or $1,000 for a few couple of hours, it's a red flag. It's right away a red flag. Do not give for quick money. We all have heard this. There is no elevator to success, right? We have to use the staircase. So thank you so much, everyone. Good evening again.
Thank you so much, everybody. Can we have a great round of applause for all our speakers? Here we end our session. We'll be recorded, and right now we are GTPL live, Ashtak recorded, Z News recorded, Republic India recorded, and Bharat TV live. We are also available on social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. On Twitter, we are also available at Bharat FM page. So once we set up, we will be sending you all the link. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us. It was a great pleasure to help you and help us to bring this down together. Let's do this with our community, for our community, and always be with us like this as you are associated here. Thank you so much, everyone. The refreshments will be served shortly. Signing off, your MC Saloni. Thank you.
today. Can you tell us about the help before scam that we have that has been launched today? How it is going to help Indian Americans here?
I think help before scam is going to help kids or students all over the world, and especially to the parents. And most importantly, like in the United States of America, students come to build a career. Parents are taking huge loans so that their future also is created, and more importantly, that students' future is created. And when this happens, help before scam, what has been started today is the beginning day to create awareness for the students that never get into the short term. I always say the short term pain is a long term gain, but a short term gain is a long term pain. So getting into this racket of scammers, and they say pick up this courier and go and deliver that, and you think, oh, I'm making $1,000 in like 2 hours. It's a red flag. Anybody offers you that type of money, don't ever indulge in that. So because if at that you're buying your own, I don't like to use the word, you're buying your own graveyard. You're paying your money for your own death. You're paying money for your own family disaster for $1,000. So it should be a red flag. If you come across such a situation, contact your parents, contact your well-known friends, or call 911, and they will navigate you, whether it's a right thing or a wrong thing.
Who are behind these scams?
It's very deep, and we are also working, like my organization, Eyes Open International, we have worked on a couple of cases. We have come across, we did rescue a lot of people. It's happening. You think that this scam is happening in India? This masterminds, they say whatever they call the name, hunters and different names. But many times these people are operating in different countries, like in Bhutan and different countries, and people are not aware. We are working very closely. My Asia Pacific director, Hriday Rawal, who is in India, we are working on a very current case, and we are getting the dots that this is again connected to this help before scam or this gold scammers, what they're doing in engaging the students, which is very disturbing. And I'll be very honest, like this I've been coming across for the last 1 year, but after attending this conference, I am also getting educated. I'm also getting enlightened, because there's something new for me, honestly, because I'm more focused on human labor trafficking or sex trafficking or LGBTQ harassment. But I'm going to work on this, because this has to go to the state level and to the federal level, and how to get it to the congressmen, to the senators, to the representatives, to the law enforcement agencies, and to the FBI.
With such a mighty intelligence agency that the US has, FBI, CIA, IRS is also powerful, why they are not being able to stop this or prevent this, or thousands of people being scammed for millions and billions of dollars?
See, the report has to go. Like, I just got some stats I don't have, like somebody said in 2024, it was a $90 billion scam of all senior citizens. So this report has to percolate. Same way I'm talking about human trafficking, right? When this happened to me in 2003, there was no law on human trafficking in 6 states in the United States of America, and Ohio was one of the states. But somebody has to rise. We fought. I also fought. In 2012, the governor passed a law. But very soon, this will change. You and I, like what you're doing through your media, Lalit, or to India abroad, we have to create awareness, and then we have to take it up to the next level. I am not the lawmaker, but to make this, yes, can I play a role? Yes. Can the parents play a role? Yes. Can the students play a role? Yes. Can we stop the scammers? Yes. But we have to take it in the right way, exhibit the things to the FBI agent that, fine, you're prosecuting the students. We respect that. But they are not the actual victims. They're actually victims, but they're not the actual traffickers or perpetrators. We have to catch the people who are doing this scam, even if they're not in the picture.
And those who are doing it are running scot-free.
That is very sad. See, it's very painful. It is very sad, because many times they don't operate from this country. They're in some other country. And I was just trying to understand today morning, they say it's in different levels. So that link, once you try to go behind, it gets broken. So it's pretty deep. So they will be caught. I always tell that if you make a murder, there's no detergent, there is no water on this planet where you can wash your hands. That stain today or tomorrow will be caught. So I just want to tell all the community members, if you come across such a thing, talk to your family, number one. Number two, I know even the scammers are watching this. Please don't do it. Why you're scamming senior citizens? Change your line. It's not a today or tomorrow you land into a problem. So it's my humble request to the scammers. Don't engage innocent students. Don't engage the senior citizens. There are different ways of making money. Because if not today or tomorrow, the law enforcement agency anywhere on this planet will hold your hands and you'll go to prison. And then it will be too late.
Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Lalit.
Thanks.
Thank you for being with us. Can you tell us help before scam? How is it going to help the community?
So, help before scam is something. It's an initiative. It's a program. It's. I think it's the first time such an initiative is taken on a very small scale right now. But maybe I'm sure with the media, or maybe you can take it to the larger community. The whole thing is what we have heard and what we have seen, and a lot of people. We have a lot of examples. If anybody wants to find out, I'm sure you have also covered so many stories in the past 2 years. You said like almost 60 stories, right? So if people go through them, you will know exactly how these scammers are scamming and how this is really putting peer pressure on the students sometime because of greed or whatever you call it, just for couple of $1,000 in few minutes or few hours. It's easy money. They get trapped into this. Again, elderly community also get trapped because of the phone call. Just one phone call. You know, all the hard-earned money they save throughout their life, they sometimes get trapped through verbally over a phone call, and they're willing to give that. But now how that can be converted is through the students, through the courier. So I think by creating such awareness, I think some kids or students, they think it's easy money, quick money, but they don't know that this can lead to a bigger problem, not only to them, to their families back in India. So this small level, I hope through this, they get educated. Think 10 times before they respond to any phone calls, or do not try to get quick money just for picking up something, a package which they don't even know what's there. So I think, and then this Gen Z, this new generation is pretty smart, but I think this small step, social awareness, maybe it will save a few people by doing this, and it will stop scammers completely, because if scammer couldn't find no courier, they will not scam elderly people.
How did you get involved in this organization work?
So it's my friend Anil Mangukia, actually. He himself is a victim, and I was very close during those days, and I know it was very sad, dark pages of not only his life but also of my life as well, because we both are so closely, we are very close, and he was a victim. So those were very tough days, and since then we started, because once you get to know about such a thing, you start digging into it more, and you see, is it happening more often with people? And then yes, it's been happening. So then, while talking, every time we talk, yeah, we should create an awareness. We should do something. We should take initiative. The way he was victim, I don't want anybody else to suffer, their family to suffer back home. Not only in India, it can be overseas, anywhere. It can be from Europe, Germany, China, Japan, anywhere. So this is how we kind of thought, when we socialized together. This was a small thought came into our mind, and a small approach. Let's see if we can reach to millions of people. That's the whole hope, and save elderly people from getting scammed, and save our new bright students. They are the future, technically. Save them from getting into this bad situation.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for being with us. Thank you for launching this.
Thank you.
Lalit Jha on behalf of India Abroad and Bharat TV. Thank you.